Friends, this tutorial is about the reverse proxy, which in my case is running on the same virtual machine where the Apache web server is also running. There are two Apache web servers, Web 1 and Web 2. A short intro to my virtual environment first. I have a VMware Workstation 70.5 where in all 6 virtual machines are running. 5 virtual machines are running the CentOS Linux 7.9 minimal installation, also called the headless installation, where the GUI or graphical user interface is missing. In my case though, I have post installation installed the GNOME or GNOME GUI as you can see here. On otherwise it was impossible to run 6 virtual machines on a laptop like mine. Therefore I had to um, use the watered down or minimal installation, which is less than uh, 6 gigabyte as you can see here. 5.2 gigabyte. So that is what is used in total. So all of them are less than 6 gigabyte. That is the reason why or how I am running 6 virtual machines on my laptop. So I have also installed Ansible as this is the first machine. Ansible is an application which is similar to the SCCM in the world of Microsoft Windows. In my case, it has proven quite helpful in configuring the 4 CentOS Linux machines while sitting and logged into one single machine from where I could control all the other virtual machines. In the world of Ansible, the first machine is called or controller or the master machine. In my case, it's called Ansible. So just a quick demo of how Ansible Playbook can ping all the 4 VMs in one go, thus saving lots of time. So here I have installed Ansible and there are playbooks. So in my case, what I need to do is run this. It will then ping the IP addresses of this 1, 2, 3, 4 machines. So as you can see, in one go it has pinged 4 virtual machines. So Ansible, which is a DevOps tools, so here one has to create these playbooks for various different goals or purposes which can make the life of the administrator quite easy. So in my case, as you can see, I have a few virtual machine, a few playbooks here that can help me, sitting on this machine, then log into the other machines via SSH. So Ansible is fantastic tool in this sense, a very useful and actually not so difficult tool. So I come out of here now. Then the purpose of this tutorial is to load this page which says hello from IIS. I can delete this so that we can use it later. So this test website test.html, it is as you can see, its location is C inetpub www or root, and this is the website, its HTML file. So what I need to do is now load this HTML page, which I can also load from here. So this is the so you can see hello from IIS. So what I need to do now is access this website which is configured here, and in the IIS you can see here also. So I can restart IIS and then go to the first machine, and I don't need to go to the IP address of this Windows 2012 machine. I don't need to go to its IP address, which is 192.168.1.112. Rather, I will, from the Ansible master machine or controller machine, I will access the IP address of the load balancer. You can see here a proxy load balancer, and its IP address is 192.168.1.101, and this has the IP address 192.168.1.102, and then these are the two load balancers, and then you have the first web server, which is Apache web server, and its IP is 103, and the next is 104. And this has the IP 112, that is Windows 2012. So I go back to this machine now, and I try to now ping or load the this web page via the reverse proxy, which is configured on the web servers, and access it via then load balancer. So what will happen, my request will go to the one of the load balancers, and which will forward the request to the web servers Apache, where the reverse proxy is running, and the duty or the task of the reverse proxy is to contact the backend server, which in this case is an IIS server running on the Windows 2012. And what will happen then, that this page will load here via load balancer, as you can see here. So hello from IIS. So if I go now back and say instead hello from IIS Amrit, then save it and then go back here, and then it will say now hello from IIS Amrit. So it is an instant action, and all what is happening in the background is this reverse proxy, which is configured in here in the form of 2 modules or 3 modules, which contacts the IIS and then gets the web page and hands it over back to the load balancer, which in turn hands over that web page to the a client browser or a customer. So you can see that same thing will happen here now. So now when it comes to the Ansible, a little bit more detail or heads up, Ansible is not able to configure, as in the case of all these 4 web server where Ansible has configured them all, sitting here via the playbooks. However, Ansible was not able to configure the Tomcat. So that was the one thing which I want to share with you. Never to try that, because it's not possible, or it is possible but it will take time. So I can now introduce you to the Tomcat, which is installed here in this directory. As you can see, Apache Software Foundation Tomcat 10.1, and this is the configuration files. So what you really need in order to deal or work with the Tomcat 10.1, which is meant for the dynamic or web pages, unlike the IIS server, which only is capable of providing or supplying these static web pages. So in order to load the static web pages from here, I will need to configure the Tomcat with Java, and to configure the dynamic pages, I will need to work with the Eclipse IDE, and I have tried to configure the Tomcat or Java servlets in Tomcat, but it is not working till now. So I need to work on this. Here I have tried this to configure a dynamic web page, and that is the XML file which needs also to be configured. So far I didn't have any success because Tomcat is not easy, and because Java, and then you also need the IDE to, and there the requirement is that yeah, Java, knowledge of Java, what you call IDE, and how Java developers. So it's a programming which is also needed if you want to work with the Tomcat.